sales growth, ROE, profit growth, and free cash flow. So because I'm spending a lot of time in mutual fund, I have lot of evidence which I show. Okay, how many people, because most of you have already seen me who are new, would you like to know evidence? Would you like to see some evidence that the 4 parameters like ROE, Vikash, can you click and you see how ROE, free cash flow, sales growth, and EPS growth makes the future prices goes up? Would you like evidence? Charles, have seen, okay. Yes, please. Okay, so there are some people who would like evidence, right? So let me give you the first evidence. Let me show you a small video of Nilesha, where he talks ROC or ROE is very similar, and free cash flow is the most important thing to decide a quality stock. Okay, so for some people it will be boring because you've already seen it. Rest people, give me 3-4 minutes because new people are there. Let me give them evidence that everybody wants. What is the main parameter which makes stock prices move up in future? What is the most important thing we see? So I'll quickly show you 2-3 videos. I'll spend a couple of minutes.
A key ratio, any financial metric that is your go-to ratio while you're selecting a company?
Company should earn more than the cost of capital reflected in return on capital employed, and it should generate free cash flow.
Okay, this is number 1 proof. I'll give you second proof because I'll show you a proof from the website of Warren Buffett. I have 20 videos. I have seen all the intelligent people, friends. They will definitely see ROE. I don't know how many people follow Saurav Mukherjee, a great fund manager. He will always talk of sales growth and ROE. If you see Ramdev Agarwalji, he will talk of ROE. So sales growth, profit growth. If you go to Sunil Singhania, he will talk of profit growth. I'll show you all these things has been mentioned by even Warren Buffett in his website. So what we have done greatly, we have made it very simple for investors to know which are the companies where prices will go up in future. So this is another proof, another evidence, because I know people don't believe when we talk something. So I believe in only giving evidence. So I have searched so many people. I have heard so many gurus in the world who are great fund managers of $50, $100 billion. This is the most important fourth. If you see now, demonstrated, if you see number 2, demonstrated consistent earning power. That means profit growth. Very important point, historical profit growth. Another thing here, he beautifully says, I don't care about future projections. So Warren Buffett says, we keep on thinking of future and we keep, but what he says is if the company is already doing sales growth, which is number 1, and profit growth, those companies will automatically, the prices will go up, because to do profit growth and sales growth is very difficult. Okay. Number 3, if you see, is returns, good returns on equity. It is ROE. Gabby Gab is asking, it is a live webinar, Gabby Gab. I am live for you. I'm live for you today. Today is Dhanteras and I'm live with you, Ms. Gabby Gab. You know, okay. So good business earning good returns on equity. So sales growth, profit growth, sales and no debt means company should have free cash flow and no debt. So what we have realized is that if you follow the most intelligent people, these 4 parameters you will find with all the greatest intelligent people who are doing stock selection. Okay, that is the key element which is very, very important. Okay, so I'm not going to spend much time. If you really want to learn these things, because I'm more focusing on mutual funds today, but I'm giving you, there are only about 100, 150 good companies which has very, very high score. So basically what my agenda is very clear, that once you become a customer of our app, you will be only taught to invest in those 100 stocks only. And then you can do technical analysis, do anything. But you know that these are great companies where the prices keep going up. So your success becomes greater. You become, your probability of being right in the market becomes greater. Because when you hold good stocks, you know, even if the market goes down because of COVID, because of elections, because of some news, you don't need to worry, because quality stocks will keep going up in the long run. Okay, so let's go back to KPR Mill. And do you need more evidence, friends? Then probably you have to do another class with me where I show all the videos and everything, right? So basically what we have done is we have created a score for every stock, right? So you see KPR Mill is 20 out of 22. Okay, that means KPR Mill will always give us profitable returns in future, right? So we have given a score and we have created a weighted average score for all the mutual funds. So let's go back to Canara Robeco. Everybody can see the slide, right? Everybody can see the slide, because Kalpesh Shah cannot see the slide. Yeah, Kalpesh, the problem is with your computer. Everybody can see the slide. Okay, so Canara Robeco, we have given a score of 15.45. 15.45. Correct? Now, so how did the score come? If you go to the holdings, so we have created for all the, like, so Navin Floro has a score, then Shubros has a score, then Dixon Technologies have a score. So we have created for each stock, whichever stocks which will go up, we have created a score. And fantastically, we found that those are the mutual fund which has the highest QBS score. Those only do well in future. It's amazing what we were able to do for the mutual fund distributors and mutual fund investors, right? So this is one thing which we created, is known as the QBS score. So you will see, if I go to small cap, in my app, Sarvesh Kopalkar, you have to become a customer of my app and then you will know. Okay. So once you know, if you see, so you should always invest in the top 6, 7, and you should never invest in the bottom. You go down. You should never invest in these Nippon, Aditya Birla, ICICI, Sundaram, Tata, SBI, Franklin. These funds will never do well. So this is one thing, is the quality stocks which the mutual fund manager are holding. So I get surprised, and if you see, all these are non-performers. They are the worst performers. Okay. So basically we'll take all questions, Ram and everybody, Ram, Ajit, Jekarian, you know, Mr. Ram, just hold on. Huh? Can we be patient till 5:15? Please let me complete, because if you disturb me with questions, then you will miss very important thing. Okay. So please let me first focus on my teaching. I'll take all questions at 5:15, 5:20. Okay. So we have done very, very clearly all the mutual funds which will do well in future. Now the second very, very important one. You guys go to the Excel sheet and show me the AGS score.
Yeah.
Of everyone.
Yeah.
Now the second thing we have created is AGS score for all the mutual funds. What is AGS? Alpha Generator Score. Okay, Vikas, PPT first. What is Alpha Generator Score?
Yeah.
And I was very surprised to see the Alpha Generator Score. which sometimes many people are missing. So please listen and listen very carefully, because your eyes will just open up right now in the next 3-4 minutes. What is the alpha generated score? The excess return over a benchmark is called alpha. Okay, it can be positive or negative. Excess returns over benchmark. So we have to find out which are the schemes which is actually generating alpha. If the benchmark is going up by 10%, we should be buying those schemes which will bring more than 10% return. Yes or no, friends? Do you think we should all, can I get a yes? We should be coming to schemes. Johnny agrees. Yes. Stanley agrees. Yes, obviously, right? So we were surprised to see that there are only 30% fund managers which can actually beat alpha. Beat the returns of Nifty, who can create alpha. And all the big AUMs, friend, all the big AUMs, because AUM bana liya tha kya? AUM bana lena, Vikas, please. Yeah. So all the big AUMs, who are the top 5 AUMs, okay? Because can you show the top 5 AUM from the funds?
Yeah. I do. I have AUM in that also.
Yeah.
In that database also.
Yeah. So please show me the top 5 AUMs.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the top 5 AUM जो country में हैं आज के दिन, they are the worst performers. And लोग ऐसा marketing जाल बिछा रखे हैं कि everybody only invest in their funds, and they're the worst return. They don't even generate alpha. Okay, so please check. I'll show you the data.
Yeah. Large cap. The top 5 funds. Yeah. What? You don't want what?
I want वो जो बनाया था ना, वो जैसे बनाए थे गुप्ता जी, वो जो कि which are these are the fund top AUM fund for last 5 years, जो तो already तो बना हुआ है, हम तो भेज चुके हैं बेटा, उसके हिसाब से बना।
That is not there. That is not there.
So if you see historically, top 5 total fund दिखा देना, go to the app, Vikas. Yeah, SBI, HDFC, ICICI, Birla and Nippon. Right, Sanjay Save, thank you very much. These 5 funds have the maximum money. ये हटा दे Vikas, ये गलत है बेटा, don't show it like this. These 5 fund total money, Vikas, go to the app and show me the total 5 fund, total highest funds.
Yeah.
SBI, HDFC, ICICI, Birla. Go to the fund house.
Fund house. Okay.
Fund house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabri, I asked you not to ask questions, huh? So please respect my time, please. Please wait, Sabri. Okay, see the highest fund se laga de. Assess greater than 1 thing. So if you see the equity funds, isko upar niche kar de. So SBI is one of them. So what I showed, that's, so they have so much money. Go down, we got show the. Okay, HDFC is the lowest fund, which is the lowest performer, and has 78,000 crore rupees. Then you have ICICI, which is 71,000 crore rupees. Then you have Aditya Birla, Nippon has 58, and then you have SBI. So these 5 funds, which has the highest AUM, they are all non-performers, and I will show you by data. Now, Vikas, AGS, please. Some funds may do well, but overall, they are not doing well in most of the categories. It is very shocking, and most of the money we put in these 5 funds only.
Yes.
Just go, Dick Ninagas.
Yeah.
Okay. For 10 weeks wala kahan gaya?
10 weeks Rishabh has.
Yes, sir, I am showing.
So what we did was we checked how many are able to beat the index first. What funds? So we were seeing the small cap category first. Let's see. So in the small cap category, this is only a new fund, IDFC, so we'll remove it. It's a new fund. Okay. So who is beating the index? And I've also removed because BOIXI is a very small, some people don't want to invest in 80 crore rupees fund. Now I've taken big fund, more than, if you see who's beating, who has the hit ratio of beating, Canara, Edelweiss, Union, small cap, DSP, Kotak. They are actually beating the market in the last 2.5, 3 years. And if you see the lowest fund, they don't even beat the market. Go down again. Go down. If you see fund like Aditya Birla, HDFC, they have a 50% hit ratio of beating the market. Franklin, ITA, Tata, HSBC, who has the highest money is there. And they do such fantastic marketing that people just invest in these funds. They're not even beating the benchmark. So this score is also which companies are beating the benchmark, at least for the last 2-3 years. You should know that you look continuously benchmark ko beat kar rahe hain and who are not beating the benchmark. Okay, so it's very simple. What we are creating in the app is go up. So if I have selected the top 7, okay, who are beating the benchmark, and then I do the top 5 QBS and see the common QBS which I showed before and the top 5 who are beating the benchmark. So at least you know that they are focused on beating the benchmark. And then you can easily come with 2 or 4 funds. Now I'm showing you the funds, Canara Robeco, Union Small Cap, Principal, and probably even Axis Small Cap. These will be the funds which will do well in future. And we have done a lot of testing for future analysis. Okay, that is also we are launching in the app where we will give you evidence that if you had followed these 2 things, QBS and AGS, okay, whenever the next 1 year, out of these 4-5 funds, 3 are on top. So today is Dhanteras Day. Next Diwali, please remember that I have given you 3-4 funds in small cap. And then we'll keep a recording of this video and you will know. See, I have very little time, but this research we have done is tremendous. Nobody has done all the stock analysis and nobody even cares to know how many funds are beating the benchmark. So if you do the common, you always get the best thing. Now, why don't people invest in Canara and Union? Because they don't have big marketing tool like SBI, HDFC, ICICI, where the marketing is very, very strong. So they come and they really talk so highly, कि सब कुछ average हो जाएगा 10 साल में, but they don't perform. They don't perform. Okay, so Union Value is of which house? Union Bank. Union Bank. It's a great fund. The top fund manager Vinay Pahadia has shifted from Invesco to Union, and he's doing very well. He's a great fund manager, Mr. Vinay Pahadia, who's always beating the benchmark. So I always tell my customers, buy a fund manager, don't buy only the fund. Because if the fund manager shifts, you should know he'll make that fund better because he understands to buy quality stocks. And if he buys quality stocks, those performance will definitely go up. Okay, so I'm giving you a small thing. So if you become a customer, you will immediately know which are the top 5 funds you should invest in each category. So there are 4, 5, 6 major categories. So at least you should know which are the 15, 20 funds where my money should be. And surprisingly, all the customers' money are always in the bad mutual funds. They never invest in good mutual funds. And I'm telling you, they have also created a big people. Oh, Canara has only 500 crore rupees So there is a thought process that high AUM funds will always do well. Because the data has to be done today. Already 2 बार हो चुका है. You know, Gupta ji का same data बना लेना. High AUM funds do not do well, friend. Not necessary. हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं कि अगर high AUM है, किसी में 10,000 crore रुपया है, so we are very safe. That is not. Even mutual funds are all safe, friends. Mutual funds have very, very high level of security. Okay, there are only 45 AMCs. All need to have a minimum net worth of more than 500 crore rupees to become a mutual fund. There are only 45 companies who have mutual funds. So sometimes, like they will say, HDFC guy will come and say, oh, we are managing 2 lakh crore, you know HDFC, don't invest in Union. Union Bank is a government bank. How can you go around Canara Bank? That means they're talking of Indian government. See, please understand, a new fund which comes in the market, okay, it's like a new IPO. It does not mean that fund is not good. You have to understand the fund manager. You have to understand it's Union Bank and Canara Bank, which is owned by the government of India. And Robeco, for your information, is one of the biggest European fund managers. They manage billions of dollars. You should check about Robeco online. Robeco fund managers. So Canara Bank and Robeco is much bigger than even HDFC Bank, friends. So please, because the research is not available, sometimes investors tend to invest in wrong funds. Right? Principal small cap. You have to check about Principal is a very, very big company. So once you understand Principal, you will understand that you can also invest your company money in these companies who they have real good fund managers. They are beating the index. They are generating good returns. But what is sadly happening in the mutual fund industry, these 5 companies, HDFC, ICICI, Nippo, SBI and Aditya Birla, because they have such a big brand name, most people invest in them and they are the worst performers. I was seeing in the last 3 years, they are not performing. So in my app, you will immediately know that who are the top fund managers. And then you find out it's all available. And you will invest in better companies. So we are actually shaking up the mutual fund industry where invest in good mutual fund, because in the end, friend, it's your hard-earned money. You have to put your money in the right funds. Okay, please understand, all mutual funds, they don't have the money. It is all kept within a custody. So I'm asking a question. Can a Union Bank or Canara Bank, which is owned by the government of India, fail? Yes or no? It's a good. It cannot fail. HDFC may fail, but Union and Canara will not fail. Then why are we scared of not putting money in Union and Canada or Principal? Because they don't have a big brand name. And usually they don't have a big marketing presence. So all the investors miss out on fund which is giving good returns. And they tend to invest in companies which gives lower returns. Okay. So we have to really change the mindset of, it's like picking a right scheme is an art. And our app is now making it very easy that you can pick up the right scheme very easily. Okay. I also give training programs personally on all the fund. Like I'm discussing one fund, on 20th of every month, I release the QBS score on a monthly basis. Okay. And we discuss the funds on a monthly basis. And certain funds have a consistent track record of performance. Like one good fund which has very good track record of performance, which has a big fund, is Axis. They have done very well. That is only one bank which has done very well, Axis. Axis mutual funds have done very well. And Canara, Robeco, Principal have done very well. So each category, we teach you 4 or 5 funds which will do well in future. So your mutual fund investments will generate very, very high returns. This is the promise of our app, and this is the simple training which we give people. And this training is not available. and we select all the funds. We select all the funds and we give it. Okay, so let's open for some questions now. I'll take some questions. So basically what we have done is, you can actually, you can do one-to-one with my people. If you have, how many people have mutual fund investments? No, it's not correct, Charles. We have checked, it's not correct. You have, right? So many people have mutual fund. What you can do is, we can do a free one-to-one with you, free. Because see, I cannot do, we have 357 people here. I cannot do one-to-one right now. I can take some questions, right? No, it is not 20,000 rupees, Mr. Soni or Sham. So we'll do free one-to-one. You can bring your mutual fund scheme, and my person can tell you free of cost that whether the scheme is what is the score of the scheme, what is the AGS score, and what are the chances they will do well in future. Right? We have for balanced fund, we have for everybody. So we will do free for you to check. We will also share the stocks in the mutual fund and why they will not do well. You can check that also. Usually the stock holding cannot be checked. Our app will make you check the stock holding of each mutual fund. So you will know that this fund manager is not buying good stocks. And that is why his performance is not good in future. Okay, so you can actually check all your mutual funds and you'll be surprised, and it is free. Because I realize, friends, nobody will become a customer until unless we give them value. We give them real research. There are thousands of research guys in the country, thousands of people who talk that they have knowledge, but we prove, we give evidence. So please take free one-to-one with my people. Okay. It's very easy. Go to the, if you want to fill up one-to-one, go to our website. Just click values. You can click. Can you see book? Because free one-to-one. If you go to my website, if you click, you can select the time where you want the training and which day. So we will give training according to your convenience. It is going to be one-to-one. And my person will see your, whichever mutual fund you have. You don't tell us. You don't need to tell us any amount you have. You just have to tell me the name of the mutual fund. We don't want to know what is your amount, anything. What is the name of the mutual fund? And I will tell you what is the rank of the mutual fund, whether it will do well in future or not. My person will train you about that. Okay. So this is how, is the SMS and email sent to everybody? Amarji, please check SMS, email sent or not to everybody who are appearing here. So you can understand your mutual fund investments, and then you can take a call whether you want to become a customer of our app or not. Okay. Every month, if you become a mutual fund customer, every month on 20th, we can show a training program. It will come, Niranjan, in the next 3-4 days. That's the new thing we have added. So on 20th November, we have a mutual fund strategy meeting where every month we study all the mutual funds, right? So you can come to this, once you become a customer, you can take every month training for 2-3 hours. Once a month, understand which mutual funds are doing well. Most of the fund, we have a lot of distributors who attend here. It's full of distributors because they have many questions so that they can help their customers better. So we really help a lot of mutual fund distributors to understand the research, understand the stocks, so that they can help their customers properly. So every 20th or 19th, every Friday, third Friday of every month, we do training on mutual fund. So once you become my customer, you get 12 trainings. 12 trainings so that you will understand, and there are so many questions, you will really enjoy it, right? But before you do that, take a free one-to-one, check your mutual fund checked, whether the score is good, whether they will give returns or not. Okay, so if you are a mutual fund customer, you can, if you are a mutual fund customer, Venkat, then you can come on 20th also. Okay, I'll open for questions now. Have you sent the SMS and email and यहाँ पर वो भेज दे विकास, 1-to-1 का link नहीं गया अभी तक. You can take the 1-to-1 Niranjan free. This is the page. Please send the link. See, I've sent you the link also on the chat box. So please take 1-to-1. Get all your mutual fund check for free. There is no charges for checking your mutual funds because we want to share our idea. And then I know because we are doing such fantastic research and we are growing so tremendously. Okay. We are already making 200 to 300 customers every month, paid customers. We are growing at such a rapid rate that you will be shocked at what kind of research is available so easily, so that nobody can make you a fool anymore in the mutual fund. Okay, so you learn this, you participate, take everything free. Don't need to trust us first. You see, you check about it, you follow us, you come for more trainings and you'll become a customer. For this training, can we buy? You can. Yes, Mr. Vishal, you can buy. You take the training first and you can buy. SMS gone, Amarji? SMS gone for the 1-to-1 training program. I'll take some questions now. Many people have invested in DSP last year. What do you suggest about it? Rajesh ji, मैं अभी individual share नहीं ले पाऊंगा. आप प्लीज 1-to-1 करिए राजेश तिवेरकर, आपको बता देंगे DSP natural sources निकलना चाहिए कि नहीं निकलना चाहिए. My person will tell you from the data. Yes, we have the front record, track record also in the app, Mr. Sanjay Save. The score does not, good mutual fund score changes very little, Mr. Ram. So you can see we have a historical retrieve with the score, the good mutual fund, the score doesn't change much. Re-rated, basically we re-rate every month, Mr. Asim Pawar, every month, because the stock changes every month. Okay, and the new results come. So when the new results come, stock changes, we rate every month, but I've seen the top 5 remains more or less the same. So you know that these are the best top 5 if you see the history. You monthly training, Mr. Vishal, if you're a customer of mutual fund, you can attend. You have to buy the mutual fund product to attend my training. It is not there, Mr. SBI small cap has not been performing in the last 2 years, 1+. You check last 2 years, they have not been performing. Other mutual funds are performing much better, 1+70. Yes, it is a good time to always invest in good mutual funds, Sangeeta Jevri. Okay, now the question is, there is also a big thing, because the P is very high, you should not invest in mutual funds. That is also a big problem in the stock market. Okay, so I'll tell you, Sangeeta ji, I've seen many people, they teach people about that these funds you should not enter. So what I tell people is, put 40% money in equity, 40% money in 40 to 50% money in debt, and 10% in gold. It gives the same return even if you do a lot of shifting, because people can't shift, Sangeeta Jevri ji. People can't shift. So we can teach them anything. Abhi aap invest mein debt mein lagaiye, equity mein lagaiye, but people don't change. But if you put your money 50% in equity, 50% in debt, it is quite safe for long term also. I have checked my returns, so you don't need to do too much balancing. Okay. Yeah, I can only see. You cannot see the question, Mr. Naveen. This is only for me. Can't go ahead and fill up the form. Why can't you fill up the form? It's very simple. Has the SMS gone, Amarji? Has the email gone?
Yes, SMS has gone.
We have sent you the SMS also. You can click there and ye. Mr. Nitin Bhalero, my person will tell you. My person will tell you. Yes, thank you, Suhas. You received the SMS. You can do a 1-to-1 with my people. What should be the ideal frequency of investment? I did not get your question, Rajiv ji. We have sent the link. You do 1-to-1 with my people free of cost. get your mutual fund checked, and then we'll discuss. Okay. So another thing which I just want to repeat again, there is a lot of fear in the market because the P is 34, 35. There is a fear that we should not invest. So from 28 P, all the mutual fund distributors have stopped you to investing in equity mutual fund. And you've lost a tremendous amount of return in the market. Okay. So rather than only not putting money in the equity, divide your money into equity and debt so that you can remain in the equity market for a long period also. Okay. So this is how I have checked for 10 years. That is a much better strategy than shifting from debt, equity, and nobody can do it actually practically. Even if you train them, debt, equity, nobody is able to do it. Right? It's balance the money and keep the money properly in the mutual fund so that you don't scared of the rising market. So this is how you balance your fund, 50% debt, 50% equity, rather than shifting debt, equity, which nobody is able to do it practically in the market. Yes, we are putting the debt ranking also with AAA slowly and gradually. It's going to come. You can do SIP and lump sum both, Mr. Suhas. It is about selecting the right mutual funds. We give training on shares also. We are experts in share stock selection only. From the stock selection, we are able to generate better mutual fund returns also. When we go to market, then people say that we have never earned in years. So we can say strong that particular fund will definitely do well. It's a very good, Parag Parekh is a very good fund. It's one of my favorite funds in multi-cap. Website is not responding. Can you check, Vikash? Can you fill up the form?
Yeah.
Jerry, I said I prefer to be in equity market and debt market together. I don't prefer to be in balanced advantage fund because the returns, but when I do debt and equity, I have checked for 10 years, my returns are much better than balanced advantage funds. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect, Shubham Paul. I don't buy hybrid, and I'm not a very big fan of hybrid and balanced advantage funds. The site is hanging. Maybe too many people are trying. Just try after a few minutes. Yeah, Anu Mukherjee, because maybe too many people are gone to the server. Just wait for a few minutes. It will happen. I told you my views. There are some very good fund of funds. I know, and when you take one-to-one Kishan, they will help you do that. They will also show you all the fund and funds also. Good. If you can get right mutual fund, you can buy good fund of fund. There is a lot of international fund, mutual fund. You can get good money out of it. Can you show again how to check QBS score on the app? Because show the QBS score. Friend, just wait for the one-to-one because it is hanging again. Yes, Sangeeta, that's a very, very good question. So basically, after 1 year, you have to understand that new money comes in. So at least the new money we can shift in a better mutual fund. And after 1 year, there is no exit load. And so we have seen that certain mutual funds stay there for 2-3 years. Like Axis has been consistently performing, right? So at least we know that we can put that money in that fund. So what we have said is we don't need to change much funds every year, but sometimes we may have to change. We have to maybe stop some SIP in some funds and change the SIP. So SIP can easily be changed now. There is a lot of easy things which the mutual fund screen of Bombay Stock Exchange gives us, right? So we can easily change certain schemes very easily now. So we have to become tech savvy to do this. And clients are also very happy if we can show them results. Sangeeta ji. And at least, Sangeeta ji, that at least that future fund what we are investing has some understanding.
AUM ready with me if you want to.
Can we check QBS score on particular fund and app by giving fund name? Yes, you can. It will automatically come. Yes, it will come. We also have the screener. Dikha de Vikash. Let's go the screener.
Yeah, fund name.
Screener, show the board to the screener first. We have made a screener. No, it's like balancing energy because some people get very scared of a 34 PI. So, okay, so that is why if you balance your debt and equity, then it's very safe. It becomes balanced automatically. It is done every month. QBS is updated every month with the new stock list, Varun Duppar. Sangeeta ji, I prefer mid cap, large cap, multi cap, and small cap. This is my preference usually. And if you want to add, we can add maybe focused and large mid. I'm not very fond of value strategies, value contra value, because we saw the return not very good. So there is a QBS score. We can just go QBS score. Go to the QBS. You can select all the funds above 16. Okay. So you'll know all the fund which is above 16 instantly. So how many funds are above 16? You will be shocked. There are only few funds. There are only 39 fund which is above 16. So you can select by a screener also. There are very few mutual fund screeners available, which we have also created. Thematic fund, you need to have a very good knowledge of the sector, Johnny G. If you do not have knowledge of sector, then you will lose a lot of money. Okay, and you need to exit sector funds very quickly. You can't hold for more than 6 months to 1 year. So what we tell in the research is invest in no exit sector funds for 6 months. So it's a very different strategy. So you have to be very careful with sector funds. So that is why stock knowledge and sector knowledge is very important. Flexi cap fund will be similar, where the fund manager Shubham can invest in any cap themselves. So the most of the multi cap, if you see, the most of the money is into large caps. So the AMCs have requested that we don't want to change, so that most of the multi cap will become flexi cap, where they don't want to change the scheme. They will continue to do it, right? And multi cap will change. So that is the new addition which is going to change.
AUM for top mutual fund if required.
What is the reason of big AUM with lots of money? Okay, Banun, very good question. Why do high mutual fund with great AUMs are not performing? Number one reason, what happened was in April 18, there was a new categorization done. Okay, and after the new categorization, now these are the top funds, HDFC, ICICI, Adit, if you see. So what happened after the new categorization, Axis was the only fund which started performing, because after the categorization, the focus became very clear. They could only launch one fund, and there were a lot of SEBI inspection done where the mutual funds were not behaving appropriately. So after the new categorization, the mutual fund really came under huge pressure. So the fund managers who had knowledge of the stock market, they were performing. And people who are just there in the stock market, they were all failing. So after April 2018, I'm seeing HDFC has been the worst performer. ICICI Prudential, SBI, Adit Birla, Nippon has been the worst performers. In the top 5 fund, we have only checked that Axis has done very, very well. Axis is done very, very well. Okay, so this has been the story for mutual funds. So Axis has really come up. If you see, they did not have much funds in 2000. They were only at 28,000 crores. But now the fund is 57,000 crores because they were the ones who performed. And rest, if you see, Adit Birla is down. Okay, HDFC is down. They have lost money. The AUM, they have actually lost money. Where Axis has increased their funds. right? So this is another trend which you have to catch. So already the smart distributors and smart customers have already moved out of these funds. It is very clearly evident. They have already moved out of HDFC, ICICI, SBI, Aditya Birla and Nippon. They've already moved out of these funds and investing in better funds. This is the AUM ranking. This is the ranking as per AUM Dev. This is not returns ranking. This is AUM ranking. So if you see, the AUM is continuously increasing of access. They were number 10 in AUM. Now they are number 5. Check the ranking. They've increased their AUM. This is AUM ranking. Assets under management. This is not return ranking, Mr. Dev. Yes, we can help you, Vishal K. That is our job. If you become a customer, we will help you. We will help you a lot. And Quant is a very bad fund, Johnny. You know, their scores are very poor. What is the best rank? That is why they are the worst performer, Aditya Raj. If you see, HDFC is the number 1 guy, and they're the worst performers. They have the highest money, but they are the worst performers. They are the worst performers. So this is the AUM rank, highest AUM, HDFC worst performer, ICICI Prudential worst performer, SBI worst performer, Aditya Birla worst performer. Only Axis has increased, and Nippon is the worst performer. Franklin is also done very badly. Madhumita Ghosh, very, very badly. So this is the ranking for AUM. This is not the return ranking, the amount of money they had from history. So these fund houses have such super marketing, but the performances are not good. You check their performance compared to the other performance, you'll be shocked. Quantum is not a good fund, Samir, right now. Mere is pretty decent. It's in the middle. They were doing very well, but now the performance is going down. I have shown you once. They will show you 1-to-1, 1 plus 70. You take 1-to-1. My person will show you all the best funds. Kotak is also pretty decent, in the middle. They are not worst, but they are not the best also. But they are in something they're doing well. Kotak is also decent. In all the funds, at least they are beating the benchmark. So all investment is showing poor performance this time. There are, after Sangeeta ji, there are many good funds which have really done well in the last 2 years also. Okay. Despite of COVID, there are some funds which have done very, very well. And it's all in the app. It's not that. If you compare, there are funds which have done very well also, Sangeeta ji. Yes, that is a Shubham Paul. You have to start shifting your fund to other fund managers because they are giving a lot of excuses. Vikash, can you show the returns also as well in the Excel? कौन सा top fund का return है? Fund wise return बनाया है क्या? Fund house wise return बना देना. Fund house wise returns भी बना देना एक साथ.
Yeah.
Do you have fund house wise returns?
I don't have. If you want, I can.
Yeah. Please make fund house wise returns also.
Okay. Should I also take sectoral, or I should leave?
No, don't take sectoral. Remove sectoral, huh? Please always.
Okay.
Yes, it is very good. All the categorization, Varun Dhupar has been very good for the investors. Now you know that which funds are performing in which category. You should always look for alpha. VVG did not get your question. We have not rated right now fund of funds, Samir ji. We have not rated that. We can't just show the returns now to Sangeeta ji, how many funds are doing well.
How many funds are
doing well in the last 1 year returns? Hi dikha do na.
Okay.
1 year, 2 year returns dikha do. How many funds are doing well?
Yeah,
of all the funds.
of all the funds. Okay. Okay, showing.
Equity funds दिखा दो.
Yeah, showing.
That again, if you become a customer, I cannot teach you Samirji fund of funds. I teach that on my training program.
Yeah. So if you click here, if you want return wise, click
Yeah.
to know the top 20 fund return. This will not include sectoral to remove the noise. So these are the funds which have done very well in last 1 year.
3 years कर दे, 3 years से कर दे. So there are funds, you know, if you see, Sangeeta ji, we have categorized many funds. Okay, and if you see the 1 year return, so it's not that if you see 1 year return is fabulous, 33, 25, 22, 18. So obviously, you know, so there is a time, this includes COVID problem. This includes COVID problem, right? So there is a time, obviously there is a time when the index is not doing well, but if you see 1 year, even if they have kept the fund, they have all generated tremendous returns. Why? Because they are focused. I really like Parag Parekh Multi-Cap because they are very focused 1+. They are very focused fund and they are one of the top performers. So Parag Parekh is definitely a great fund. Great fund. They do not do much marketing, but they're continuously growing and they focus their stocks very, very clearly. Shubhamji, you can check everything to one. I cannot answer each question right now. You know, is the form Rao? If you want, you can, friends, you can, how many people have equity funds, mutual funds in your portfolio? My app, Vishal K. That is best is my app for direct funds. So if you have, please check your, you can get 1-to-1 and my person can give you 1-to-1 knowledge also. And if you have a fund more than 1 crore, I can talk to you 1-to-1 and we can share, we can learn from each other. Learning is always good. If you want to discuss with me, anybody. When selecting a fund, look at the stocks, Johnny. You know, that's an old concept, looking at beta and standard deviation. We tried a lot, but you don't get the best funds. And it's too old. Because when the stock changes, so the best way to know a fund is by the stocks which they hold. And the stock knowledge is not available with the mutual fund distributors, which we give. So you know what is the knowledge which I give you the stock. Once you understand the stock, you can select the right mutual funds. So Rajesh, please do 1-to-1 and my person will help you. You can see the stock holding, Aditya. Yes, returns are of net of expense ratio. That's correct. Can we know fund stocks they have invested? I did not get your question, Naveen Vagamsi. I did not get your questions. Percentage of change mean price return, price performance. So these funds have given 33% returns, 25% returns in 1 year. There are so many funds which has given tremendous returns. So our objective is that the top 20 funds, how can you be in the top 20 funds? That is our objective. And that is only possible when you have stock knowledge. Without stock knowledge, you can never get to know this. Mangeshji, please take Edelweiss. You know, I think so. They're doing, you know, they have spoiled the name. We get just scared by the name, Sangeeta ji. But I think so. Mutual funds is quite safe and we can still invest in Edelweiss. They are still performing in some of the fund and they're buying quality stocks. People are scared, but you know, the fund manager, they just have a bad name, but I think so Edelweiss is okay. but there are other good funds. I would prefer Union and Canara. Presently, I think so are the most upcoming fund houses. Union, Canara, Principal, and Axis, and DSP is also doing very well. My fund houses where I will put my money: Union, Canara, DSP, Axis, Principal. These are my 5 fund houses where I will put my money, because I was checking the fund managers, the returns, and most of the parameters, they're doing very, very well. So selecting the right fund house also gives you a lot of money. See the question, Suhaji, you always have to get that at least invest in those funds which is beating the benchmark. And right now the equity market is on a bull run right now, right? So if you hold the money in the right funds, you'll always make money. You can take Hitendra ji, take 1-to-1, my person will tell you. Which happened in FT. I did not get your question. One, do you think we should not be judging funds? We are not judging fund on the return of past 1 year. I showed the entire strategy. We check the quality. I already showed my strategy to you. I don't see the fast 1 year returns at all. I see the quality. Email or SMS. Hitendra Thakkar, you can go to my website. We got this. Dikha de ek baar. Email gaya kya, Amarji? Have you sent the email? You have to have a knowledge of American stocks, Aditya. So it is very difficult, you know. Hare Krishna ji, that is why if you are invested in good stocks, then you know that the investment manager will always succeed. 1+7P, please take the free training 1-to-1. Please fill up the form. First, develop the trust and then you can take the membership. First, develop the trust. Okay? We don't want you to blindly believe us. First, take 1-to-1, ask as much questions and automatically you will start trusting us. Website is still not responding here. Please check again. Website is not responding. Rajesh Kumar ji, please take free 1-to-1 first, and then you can decide the mutual funds. Any other questions, friends? This form, because many people are joining in. So if you do it maybe after 10-15 minutes, it will open up. You can click the form and fill up the form. See all your mutual fund free of cost first. You can still enter the funds. Sir, you can still enter the funds. Rajesh Kumar ji, have already explained the strategy to were you there? So we have made a QBS score for all the schemes from the stocks which they hold. We are the only mutual fund which has made a score from the stocks which they hold. And those quality stocks, if they hold those stock, mutual fund will do well in future. This is how we decide. Yes, please, Anu Mukherjee. Yes, you can. Any other questions, friends? These are good funds. US is doing, if the US will keep doing well, US Nasdaq, Franklin US fund will all keep doing well. Okay. And they have invested in most of the good stocks only. So if US will do well, these funds will do well. Vivek L. Any final questions, friends? People have? Foreign funds also there. Please explain. Yes, it is there. It is there, Praveen Chavda ji. If you take 1-to-1, my person will explain you where are the foreign funds. Is there in the app. It's very difficult, Hare Krishna ji, to know that. Yes, Anil Gandhi ji, we can consult. Definitely we can do that. Not necessary flexicap will be better or not. We have to check the quality of the stocks which they buy. Yes, please, you can take one-to-one and you can buy the strategy. How does one get in touch with you? Sangeeta ji, please send me your number and I'll call you. Please send me your number and I will call you, Sangeeta ji. Please send me your number in the chat because I do have a number and I will call you, Sangeeta ji.
I do have a number, so I will send you.
Yes, I got a number. So I'll call her. Yeah. I'll call you, Sangeeta ji. Rajesh Tevalkar has also given his number. Shubhash, what I've seen is that the stock market is always gives you very good returns if you invest in the right scheme. Mr. Vishal K, you can become a member and then I can consult you one-to-one. Please send my person and then I can contact you. Please fill up the form and my person will do one-to-one with you. Yeah, so just then you just contact me. Tell Pratik to contact me and we'll get in touch with Vishal K tomorrow.
The return is also ready if you want. The return of all the top fund houses.
So if you see the return, they have the number one AU and see the returns, the lowest returns is HDFC. So if you put 1 year return kar de highest se, and all the AUM, lower AUM will go down. Can you see? If you put the returns, all the big AUMs keeps going down. This is what I wanted, Vikas. This is exactly the main thing. This is the right way.
Okay. Made it. Sectoral, there is no sectoral thematic.
Yeah, no sectoral, right. So the top 5 AUMs don't give you returns. And that is where the money is stuck everywhere. Yes, we have a strategy, Hare Krishna ji. We can teach you that strategy, Hare Krishna, or we can teach. That is only in the return, but the quality is very bad. That is why be very careful. The quality is very bad, Jerry Gill. Very, very bad quality. The form is there on the website, Subhash Kanvika. It is on the website. We don't only see the return, Madhumita, because if the market falls, it will have a big problem also. If the market falls, it will have a big problem. Issues here. QBS is Quality Business Score. Website is valuestocks.in. Vikas, website dikha de. I'll show you the website, Subhash Kanvika. I'll show you the website. The website is valuestocks.in. You can on the free book to one training and they can show you everything. This is the website, valuestocks.in. Subhash Kanvika. Mr. Rajiv Vermani, please fill up the form. My person can show you many, many mutual funds, one-to-one. Dinesh Darji, all the books are mentioned in my website. Please take above question. Can you ask the question again, Rajesh ji? Too many questions. Rajesh ji, can you please put the question again? We get updation from you. How get yourself updated, please? I did not understand, Mr. Praveen Chavda. What is the question? Rajesh Kumarji, please ask your question again. BNP, how is the fund? Mr. Rajiv Varmani, you have to take one-to-one. I cannot answer all questions on each. How to get updated on things in market? How to get updated means what? Once you understand fundamentals, my app will update you every day. What happened to multi-cap? Mr. Dinesh Darji, most of them will shift to flexi cap. So nothing much will happen. When you say quality, is it momentum or trend? No, we pick quality stock only from fundamental analysis, Rajesh. We are the top fundamental analysts in the country. So we only do the top stocks. You can check all the top stocks free of cost. Can you see this free? Because just mark the free. आप अगर मेरे वेबसाइट में जाएंगे फ्री देख सकते हैं सब टॉप स्टॉक्स. I'm not a very big fan of multi-asset funds, Amarjit Sahni. Yes, we are creating one for fund managers also. Yes, we are trying to create, Mr. One, for Hari Krishna Avaru. We are trying to create one. Yes, we have CAs also in my, we have CA, CFAs also. Mr. Praveen Chavda, we have it. Yes, it's a good fund, Anil Gandhi. I'm not a very big fan of balance advantage funds, personally. Amarjit Sahni, I'm not a big fan. We see many things, risk factors, everything is on the app. Madhumita Ghosh, see the risk factors. We can show the risk factors. See the exit and risk factors. Madhumita Ghosh on my app. Please mark Vikash. Exit and risk factors. No, front page. ऊपर में risk and risk factors. ये देखिए. Madhumita, see I'm marking exit and risk factors. Please check it on my app. What are the risk factors of a stock? They share the portfolio every month, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. They release the stocks every month, Rajesh Kumar. You may not know, but they release the stocks every month, Rajesh Kumar. Gold bonds are also good. So friends, I hope you filled up the form. Vikash, again, I think so. Just show them the form again. So friends, you fill up the form, take one-to-one free training about the mutual funds. Okay, I think so. We will. I think so. The session is over now. It's. I think so. We don't have any more questions. Last questions. I'll wait for a minute. So we've answered most of. Thank you for joining, friends. If you have any final question, I'm ready to answer. So thank you for joining. Please take one-to-one. Get all your mutual funds checked free of cost, and then you will understand. Thank you for joining. Please check all your mutual fund check properly. Contact for the this is our. Please check the mutual fund free. Okay, this is my YouTube channel. This is my email. Yes, it is important, Madhumita, very important. We are not touching debt today, Madhumita. We are touching only the equity part. How did you come to stock market? I came at the age of 17, Raghavendra. So I'm there now from 29 years in the stock market. Yeah, 20th will be teaching about debt market in detail to all my paid customers. So if you become a paid customer, we'll be teaching about debt market on 20th. Dinesh Darji, I am a BCom, but I've generated a lot of practical knowledge from the market, Dinesh Darji. I'm not a chartered accountant, but I've developed a lot of clear training in the. It must be all fill Asim Parwar, maybe all full. All full Asim Parwar. So just wait and they will fill up. Thank you, Shikanji. Thank you for your kind things. Thank you, Mr. Dinesh Darji. It is just the experience. That's it. Mr. Dev M, you please take the free training. All the pricings are there. All the pricings are there. You can see the pricing. Thank you, Ravindra. Okay, so we are exiting the program. Thank you very much for your time, friends. Thank you so much for your time. So, friends, you can exit. Thank you. Happy Diwali to everyone. Thank you very much. So you can exit now. And if you want to fill up the form later, you can fill up the form. All our pricings is on our website, on app. You can check all our pricings there, friends. Okay, thank you very much. We'll exit now. Thank you very much.